What's up, Paradise Crew? My name is Griff.
And I'm Alyssa.
And today we're going to talk to you guys about 8 mistakes we made as rookie cruisers. Now, we've gone on a few cruises by now, and even though we've given you tons of advice on how to make your cruises better, how to get the best excursions, I think we've also had a bunch of mistakes. So here's about 8 things we've done that you should probably avoid yourself.
The first mistake that we've made is over-planning. So I just get really excited about everything that there is to do on the cruise and all of the excursions and all of the activities and all of the shows that I tend to want to do it all. And then we're exhausted by the end of the cruise. So, by all means, do everything that you want to do, but don't forget to relax. It's also a vacation.
Now, the next one is the exact opposite of that, and that's like under planning. So you don't want to go overboard, but you definitely just don't want to go underboard either. If there's an excursion you want to do, don't wait till the last second to book it. Have some sort of idea you want to do on the land, so when you arrive, you're not just wasting the time away trying to figure out what you should do today. There's nothing worse than, what do you want to do today? I don't know. What do you want to do today? So try to have a soft plan in place.
So going along with the last mistake is not reading the daily cruise planner. There have been times that we come back from dinner or a late night show and the daily cruise planner for the next day is in our room and I decide not to look at it. That's a mistake. There's shows, there's trivia, there's activities that we miss throughout the day because you don't look at it. So make sure that you do look at it. And there's also times for like restaurants that are open and when the shops are open, so it can come in handy.
Yeah. Now the next mistake that we are guilty of is actually trying to have the perfect vacation, right? The perfect cruise. I think go in with an open mind that, you know, it is the weather and they can't really control the weather. So if you miss a port, don't be so set on and upset that you've missed St. Thomas. That's what you were looking for. Still try to have fun. If you miss it, don't let it ruin your vacation. So whether that's day 3, day 4, day 1, just figure something out. The ship will have tons of activities to do. So look at the planner, fun stuff will happen. Don't let it ruin your trip.
Now the next mistake that we've made is overpacking. And I actually still do this. So I like to have a bunch of outfits for every single day. You don't need them, you don't wear them. I think every cruise we come back and I still have at least 5 outfits that I didn't even touch throughout the whole cruise. So don't overpack, it's just going to be a hassle later. And
for the tech junkies like me, try to have a general idea what you really need. I know it's super cool to just bring everything, the tripod, the camera, this lens, this low light tripod, this GoPro, this mount, this helmet, this strap. Just pick a few. Pick a few. Because yes, you're gonna be lugging all of that stuff around on the island and then you realize it rained. So keep that in mind.
Yay.
Yeah, try to find a nice trifecta of equipment you're gonna use. Camera body, camera lens, microphone, figure it out.
Continuing with the packing, don't bring uncomfortable shoes. I know it's formal night, you wanna wear your beautiful gold sparkly stilettos. I've tried it. They don't last longer than 10 minutes. You do a lot of walking, you're not gonna wanna wear them, I promise. Don't bring them.
Right, girl? Now, the next mistake we actually made was not bringing small bills for the porters. Now, usually we don't check our bags, but in this instance, we did because of the wedding cruise. And because we did not have small bills, they took our luggage and then they were like, any gratuity is accepted, and we didn't have anything, and we were just totally embarrassing. You didn't do it on purpose, but we're letting you know, bring some small bills to leave people tips. It's good common practice that it just slipped on our parts, and it was so embarrassing. So yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
So some other mistakes that we've made is not packing well enough for embarkation and packing too well for debarkation. So embarkation carry-ons, you know, you're gonna wanna pack your swimsuit, a change of clothes, anything that you may need that day immediately. So medicines, all that kind of stuff. And then packing for debarkation, if you're going to let the porters take your luggage off the ship before you actually get off the ship, you don't wanna pack too many things because then you don't have stuff in the morning. So You don't want to pack things like your makeup, your toothbrush, your underwear. You know, just make sure that you have everything that you need to exit the ship while your luggage is not on the ship anymore.
She once had to disembark in a Snuggie.
That's not true.
That's all she had.
That's not true. But don't make that mistake.
Now, these aren't mistakes we've actually made, but we have seen other people's make, so we want you to be aware of them, and that's actually booking your flight on the day of the cruise. We recommend booking the flight the day before the cruise, right? And it's also booking your flight too early on disembarkation day. So there's some errors, maybe there's a lag in people getting off the ship. You don't want to program a flight that's like urgent, so try to give yourself some what's it called? Some room, some wiggle room. So think about that.
Now make sure you pack all of the toiletries that you need. So obviously mistakes happen, you forget some things. You can purchase them on the ship, but you're going to pay a lot more for them. So don't make that mistake. Double, triple check your list.
Nothing hits the pocket harder than, you know, spending 40 bucks for a tube of toothpaste.
That's outrageous.
The next mistake is actually not understanding onboard charges. So this is when you go to the liquor store on the ship and they say, oh, let me just give, let me take your card. And you're like, yeah, sure. And they swipe it and you're like, wow, that was great. I didn't feel my pocket buzz. It's gonna charge the room. So when you try to get off the ship, you're gonna have to pay for these things. And that goes for the same at novelty shops, coffee bars, ice cream, stuff like that. It also goes for specialty dining. So keep in mind what you're swiping throughout that cruise, because they will get you after, before you get off the ship.
Before you get off.
Not after you get off the ship, before.
So our last mistake is not recognizing ship time versus port time. So sometimes the ship will stay on the same time zone the whole time, even if you're cruising out of that time zone. So if you're going to Aruba, for instance, and they might be an hour ahead or behind from where you were, they will tell you to turn your clocks back, or they will tell you to stay on this one time, just so you don't get confused, but they will let you know. So I think every cruise line's kind of different, so just pay attention to that.
So these are a few mistakes that we made and others made, so try to keep an eye out, but don't let it overwhelm you. Cruising is actually really, really easy. So those of you who are watching this video, what's some mistakes that you made as a rookie cruiser? We're super interested to know.
So as always, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up.
And if you dig those vibes, please subscribe.
And if you care, please share. We'll see you in paradise.
Peace.